Let's start with an update from the Eastern Cape, where firefighters have brought veld fires under control after several days of raging flames. Large areas of land were scorched, and officials met at the local Joint Operations Centre this morning to assess that damage. Our reporter Liyema Vumisa joins us now live from Humansdorp. Liyema, everything is now under control, and you're standing by with the mayor, who's had quite a lot to say about the process of containing these veld fires.
In fact, Nambomelelo, he has been on the ground from the very first day right up until now. Earlier on, I was speaking with him, trying to, ascertain whether or not he does get a bit of a rest, but certainly we'll hear from him as far as that is concerned. But he is the one then representing the Kouga local municipality as the executive mayor of this municipality. And as you would have alluded to it earlier on this morning, we received then an update as far as those veld fires are concerned. The municipality officially, declaring that the situation remains under control, at least for now. But of course, that personnel or the number of those people then that continue to be on the ground, they are, still stationed there, trying to ensure that for the next couple of days, nothing starts to flare up again. But the mayor joins me now for more on that. Thank you very much for your time, Mayor. I guess you'll get enough rest after this. But let's get to the crux of the matter. The statement, saying that all the three major fires are under control.
Yes, I'm very happy to report that the original fire that started along the Krom River, close to St. Francis, has been completely under control. The one in Humansdorp behind us, to the north of Humansdorp, is completely under control. There's still some bit of smoke here and there that our ground teams are busy making sure that everything is completely dead and doing mopping up operations, and they'll continue to do that throughout the day to make 100% sure that tomorrow, when the wind picks up again, that we don't have any more flare-ups. And then we were very comfortable as well in behind Jeffreys Bay, where there were a little bit of smoke this morning, and teams are on the ground also doing mopping up operations. The biggest concern still is in Oyster Bay, on the road towards Oyster Bay, where a huge fire flared up yesterday morning. Teams were working throughout the night, and we had amazing air support, amazing ground support, and through the night it was actually, as the wind died down, our firefighters got the best of that fire as well, and today some of our helicopters and planes are in the air making sure that we kill it off completely. And I'm confident that if the wind doesn't flare up any more fires, that we're over the worst of it.
Let's talk about the operation, the personnel, and the resources. A bit overstretched at some stage, but with the assistance then of the other municipalities and also the other organizations, you tried to pick up.
Yeah, absolutely. In the beginning, we had 3 fires going in very different areas and flaring up all over the place. So our own 4 fire stations that we have in the municipality was just not sufficient to cover everything. So we needed to get more support. We needed to get air support, and it has been absolutely amazing. Municipalities, our neighbouring municipalities from all over the province, from the Western Cape, working on fire teams who were bringing in their planes, and loads of people coming in, volunteers, farming support, business support, people making food, people donating jet fuel for our planes. It has really been amazing. Our own staff, people who usually does suction tankers for sewage, they were fighting fires. Our fleet team has been on the ground till early hours of this morning, trying to fix vehicles that broke in the field. So it's been an amazing team effort by everybody involved.
And the damage, even though we can say that has not been that much, but certainly there are homes that have been destroyed and even infrastructure.
Yes, our main priority was to save lives and not have any fatalities, which we succeeded in at this stage. The second priority was to protect infrastructure, and that has been successful. There's very limited damage to buildings, very limited damage to our other infrastructure from a municipal point of view. Power outages have been restored, and all of that is really stable at this stage. So those were the main priorities, and we tried our very best to keep it out of residential areas. It was very close to highly populated residential areas at some stage, but we were able to keep it from entering those areas.
No update as yet in terms of that investigation into the cause?
Yeah, we've identified 2 sources of 2 of the fires. The third one still being investigated, but that was because of cable theft and then people burning those the plastic off the wires to get it to the copper.
All right. Mayor Hattingh Bornman there joining us from the Kouga local municipality, assuring the residents of the Kouga municipality that everything has been contained thus far, but of course still, alluding to the point that personnel still remains high on alert on the ground to ensure that there are no flare-ups. And I can just indicate then, Nombomelelo rather, that today at least the wind is not blowing very strongly, and thus then that gives the time for the personnel on the ground to ensure that they contain as much fire as they can, especially to prevent those flare-ups.
All right, Liyema, the mayor, they're highlighting the dangers of cable theft, but also the progress that can be made when all hands are on deck. Liyema Vumisa out there in the Eastern Cape for us.